Now, today, it has marked the official death of NASA coalition. NASA was dead, but it was still existing on paper. But the ANC leader, Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, and for the Kenya leader today met together with their political party leaders and finally wrote to the registrar of political parties seeking to withdraw or resign from NASA coalition. So that means once these three parties have resigned, according to the NASA agreement, was that once three parties resign from NASA, then it will be automatically pronounced dead. So NASA is no longer existing even on paper as it has been existing. Now, Gideon Moi was not part of that meeting, and Musalia Mudavadi gave a reason to that if you listen to that press conference. So going forward, these leaders, after immediately resigning from NASA coalition, they went ahead now to start to activate a process that will see One Kenya Alliance being registered as a coalition. So that is the direction these leaders are currently taking. That's why you see all of them, they had a press briefing together, and after that they are still moving together. So going forward, it is coming clear that the One Kenya Alliance is generally going to be formalized as a coalition of parties going to 2022 general election. Now, after that dissolution, these leaders, Masika Wetangula, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Musalia Mudavadi, took their way to Kabati in Muranga County, where they attended the burial service of the late Mama Nancy Muthoni Kibet. And in that place, definitely they met with the ODM Raila Amolo Odinga, at least for the first time after officially resigning from NASA. Now, there's something I want to explain to you on this punchline. But before we go deep, if you are watching me for the first time and you have not yet subscribed to this channel, I'm just please requesting you to subscribe so that you help us to grow this platform. Now, let us continue with our discussion. So, one thing that is coming out clear is that inasmuch Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka, Senator Masika Wetangula are resigning from NASA coalition to join the One Kenya Alliance, the truth of the matter is that they are still looking for support for other individuals who would need to join them in One Kenya Alliance. That's why they're going ahead to say that One Kenya Alliance is still open. It's not yet closed. So it's open to like-minded individuals who are willing to join them in that direction. So it means these leaders might not join other coalitions, but instead, whoever is interested in joining them then is free to do that in One Kenya Alliance. So just as how Mudavadi formed the NASA coalition, which brought a lot of problem to President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2017, it means also that this One Kenya Alliance might be a coalition that people should watch very careful going to 2022 general election. It might have just been started by these three principles, but other principles might join this alliance, and this is alliance that people should watch careful going to 2022 general election. Who knew that Raila Amolo Odinga is going to join the NASA coalition and become their flag bearer? No one could imagine that. And the same way, this One Kenya Alliance coalition, it might turn out to be another NASA coalition. Because I remember, even when Raila Amolo Odinga was in Western region, Kule Vihiga, in a burial service of the late, the wife to the Vihiga deputy governor. Vihiga have problem between the deputy and the governor. So Raila tried to solve that problem. When Raila was attending that service, it was clear that he is still foreseeing for a way to work together again with these NASA principles in another formation. So it means Raila Amolo Odinga still has interest in working with Kalonzo Musyoka, Musalia Mudavadi, and Senator Masika Wetangula to face William Samoei Ruto in 2022 general election. So even in Raila Amolo Odinga side, that window is not closed. Na sasa habari kama hii inafaa ifikie wale watu wa ODM kama Sifuna and the team. Raila might still need these principles in case he want to be on ballot in 2022. The same way, Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka might need the effort of Raila Amolo Odinga if really they are interested on being on ballot in 2022, if they are interested in winning election. Because there is a difference between being on ballot and winning election. But again, another truth out here is that in case even Raila Amolo Odinga might not support these individuals, and they might still stand and not give their support to Raila Amolo Odinga, it shows that in 2022, we might have a three-horse race. Because hey, you cannot dismiss an effort in One Kenya Alliance in as much these three principles are staying together. When they bring their effort together, and remember that telling us Gideon Moi is still deeply in One Kenya Alliance, though Gideon Moi does not have that much number, it tells you that then One Kenya Alliance will come as a third force, and this third force might even troop in as second or first, because these guys definitely will have some numbers. So still Raila Amolo Odinga is still pushing the other side. And in my view, if I would want to advise this, to give my advice on the current move that ODM and One Kenya Alliance is taking, it is simple. Raila Amolo Odinga need these principles in One Kenya Alliance if you want to win the presidency. Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka will still need Raila Amolo Odinga if they want to win election. So all of these individuals will need each other, because if I check from William Samoei Ruto's side, it means like William Ruto is just set to be on ballot, and he might not be interested in coalition. So that one definitely might send him into opposition, because Kenya politics is still tribal. People would want to vote where the leader is directing them in specific communities. So once he will appreciate this, then he will go that direction. But in as much he want to move on with this hustler slogan, it still tells him that even the youth that is rallying behind him never go to ballot to vote. The people to trust with the vote here, mostly they are the women and the elders. But this youth, mostly, they will never go to the ballot to vote. Instead, they will be interested in doing their own things. So that is one thing that William Samoei Ruto should also consider on his side. So going forward, definitely we will see these leaders now. They have announced that they are going to crisscross the entire country from one county to another as One Kenya Alliance. Something that we have seen Musalia Mudavadi doing before. Raila Amolo Odinga has prepared his team. Now he wants to traverse the entire country. Na amesema anaanza na is it Siaya or Kisumu there, going forward all the way to 8 regions, the former regions. And now One Kenya Alliance also, they will soon come out with their program, how they are going to traverse the entire country. So all these people are looking for support from the entire country. Again, one thing that is coming out clear from this One Kenya Alliance is that in as much these people might go into a negotiation, maybe with Raila Amolo Odinga, it means that they are trying to avoid a situation whereby each and every individual will be negotiating with Raila Amolo Odinga directly. But instead, they have chosen to form this One Kenya Alliance such that in case they want to negotiate with Raila Odinga or any individual, they will be negotiating as a team in One Kenya Alliance. So that also will always give them a chance to have their voice, whereby they might come out strongly such that push Raila Amolo Odinga or any other individual to support them in 2022 the same way they have been doing to him. That can also be seen to prove what I'm telling you. When the One Kenya Alliance wanted to deal with their issue of money with the ODM and NASA coalition, they simply chose one of them, that was Kalonzo Musyoka, to discuss the issue to do with the money with Raila Amolo Odinga on behalf of ANC, Ford Kenya and Wiper Party. And that made it very easy to solve this issue, rather than all these individuals going to meet Raila Amolo Odinga or placing their case with ODM leader individually. You know, when you make it one thing and put one person to work on that issue, it brings unity, and that's how it was easy to solve this issue to do with the money. And I told you ODM is still there to frustrate Ford Kenya party because they had interest in Ford Kenya. That's why you see up to now, ODM now is still bringing another drama whereby they are still insisting that in as much Ford Kenya party will not solve the wrangles in their party, they will not receive the political party fundings from ODM party. So you see the drama is still there. Though we understand where the leadership of Ford Kenya is, the court pronounced itself that the leadership is still with Senator Masika Wetangula until otherwise. So that's where the money should go. But ODM is still playing the games there. So going forward, I think One Kenya Alliance is taking the right steps. ODM had not presented their papers officially resigning from NASA coalition. So this other team has done it. So in as much ODM will do that, it will be also another action of seeing ODM trying to kill a dead frog. Because already Kalonzo, Mudavadi and Wetangula have officially killed NASA coalition. So again, it is still painted out how these individuals have felt ODM betraying them as they take that decision, because they still say that because of trust deficit in NASA coalition has pushed them to resign from that side. So it still gives them a sympathy from Kenyans who see how ODM treated them. So going forward, we will see how things will play, but that's the current direction that One Kenya Alliance is taking. Though some people are still indicating that there is no strength in NASA, in One Kenya Alliance. One thing that some people should understand here is that even when NASA coalition was going to the ballot, they never announced their presidential candidate earlier. These leaders simply worked together until when the right time came, and they went ahead to announce Raila Odinga as their candidate. So I don't know why people are still pushing for these individuals to announce their presidential candidate or their flag bearer as early as this. In my view, I think it is not the right time for these guys to name their flag bearer. They should wait until the right time, like when they did in NASA coalition, just few months to election, then they can unveil their flag bearer and how they have decided to share the government they are going to campaign for and win in 2020 general election. So it is too much early for anyone to say that One Kenya Alliance should produce their presidential candidate so that we can understand so and so is on ballot. Remember, Uhuru and Ruto, they were pushing NASA coalition to unveil the presidential candidate, but they never did it that much early. But ODM is still here asking them to present their presidential candidate. I have seen them saying that. So One Kenya Alliance is not disorganized. I still feel that they're strategically organizing. What they need to do is to get outside there as a team, start campaigning, start sponsoring their rallies outside there and rallying Kenyans behind them. Going forward, then Kenyans will see them as serious individuals. Thank you so much for watching me up to this far. May good God bless you and see you in our next video.